Hey everybody, it's Beer to Beer time here. And I get asked this question a lot about how do you balance all the different aspects of life into your streaming schedule and everything that is happening. It's not easy. I tell you a little bit about myself. So I am a husband, a daddy of two beautiful girls. I work a full-time job. I stream anywhere from 80 to 100 hours in a month. And there's a lot going on with that. And so I'm going to give you a handful of things that have really been helpful for me of being able to balance family life, work life, streaming life, and bringing all of that together so that it's not a disruption on me as a person and my family. One of the topmost things that I think is very, very important is just communication. So I had to communicate very well with my wife and to my kids, expectations, and what my goals were and what I wanted to achieve. So this is going to be very similar to your situation, no matter what situation you're in, whether you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, whether you have kids or don't have kids, because even the people that are closest to you need to be aware of your situation and the circumstance in which the goals that you have set before you, you're trying to achieve. I think that that's actually really important because it helps everybody in your close circle understand where you're at and the direction and where you're going. Now that you have communicated your goals and expectations and all the different things to the people that are in your close circle and your inner family, now it's really important that everybody is on the same page. That means if you have a spouse or if you do have children, that everybody is understanding that this is the direction that we're moving as a family. And if there's any discrepancies, then you have to talk about it and you have to adjust your schedule accordingly, because not every family is the same. Not every schedule is the same. And your life is going to change over time. So communication doesn't just happen once. It happens all the time. I want to err on the side of over communication rather than under communication. If you communicate very lightly and you under communicate, there's always going to be areas that are going to be issues that can potentially come up. Okay, this next piece is going to be a little more intensive, but I promise you there is a massive payoff. So what I did was I had taken a week, Sunday through Saturday, and I found a planner in which it was hour by hour for the 24 hours window, Sunday through Saturday. So every day you had your 24 hours, and I literally mapped every single thing that I did for 1 week. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, you have no idea how much time that you waste until you mark it down and you look at every single thing that you've done. So say on Sunday, you wake up or you slept from this time to this time. You mark it on your mark it on the hours. You woke up, you had breakfast, you made coffee, you showered, you did all of that, like block everything out. Then you went to work or blah, blah, blah. And you map out your entire day. What you just do. You don't make stuff up. You need to be truthful and honest with yourself and your calendar. So as you're marking these things down, you're going to realize, wow, I spend 2 hours a day scrolling through social media and not accomplishing anything. That's actually areas where you can look at that time and be like, man, how could I utilize those 2 hours? And you're going to find throughout your entire week that there's going to be a lot of wasted time and space, or you will have spent your time and effort in things that you might not want to, but you just did. And there's something that really happens mentally when you do this and you go, wow, I spent 15 hours this week on social media and I didn't accomplish anything. That is 15 hours that you could spend towards like doing some content creation, something in your business, something at work, something with your family, all of those different things, you can reorient your time. But most people have no idea where they spend their actual time. That's what this is really helpful for. And I promise you, if you're diligent about doing this, do it for 1 week and then look at it, evaluate it, and see what areas that you're like that you can improve. And you can make a list of the things that you would like to do instead of all that wasted space that you have in there. So see, there are moments where I have blocked out to go to the gym because that's really, really helpful for me mentally, physically, and for me to be a better man and a better husband and a better daddy. That it's important for me to be able to do that. So that I have it blocked off, that this is when I go to the gym. This is when I do this. This is when I do that. This is family time. And nothing else gets to take away from that. You block that stuff out. So see, now that you've taken out all the waste and you've added the things that you want to into your work schedule, now what you can do is you can create a list of the things that you want to accomplish every single day, Sunday through Saturday. And there is something so monumentally helpful when you create a list, and then when you get something off that list done, that you can mark it out. There is like, for me, there is like some kind of serotonin that lifts, that just, it completely just overwhelms me, where I'm able to mark that off and I feel accomplishment. I feel success. I feel like, man, I accomplished all of these things. And for somebody like me who struggles with insomnia, it actually really helps me sleep better at night, because then I can look back on my day before I go to bed and say, I accomplished all of those things. And it allows my brain to help shut off, relax, and to go to sleep. Now that you have evaluated your calendar and you understand your natural rhythms and what your life is versus what you want it to be like, you have to go back to the communication piece, and you have to communicate that to your family or your people in your close circle. Because like I said, communication is incredibly important on having a successful calendar and a successful balance in being able to do all of this. Now that you've recommunicated your calendar, now comes the really, really, really hard part. And that is sticking to the new calendar that you've created. This is not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would do it and everybody would have this crazy productive life. It's not easy. But one of the key things is being flexible and moving stuff around and still feeling accomplished, even though you might not have gotten everything done that you wanted to get done. You're still able to get a lot of it done. And that's by sticking closely to your calendar. Try this out for 1 month. If you can do this for 1 month, I guarantee you it is going to increase your productivity by a minimum of 50%. You'll be able to spend more time with your family. You'll be able to spend more time in your job or doing whatever you need to do, or content creation. You know, there's so many different things in our life that we don't prioritize, or we think we prioritize and we don't. So this allows us to identify what we prioritize and readjust accordingly. Now that you have completed your 1 month of your new calendar, there's something that's really important, is that now that your productivity is going to be increased, there's going to be 2 different categories that I want to break this off into. There's going to be things that are life-giving, things that are exciting, things that are helpful, that give you life. And then there are things that are going to be things that take things away from you, the things that you hate to do, or things that you don't enjoy doing, or those things that just really, they take life. So these are the two camps. And I want you to separate those things that are on your calendar from day to day that give you life versus things that take life. And if you can feel your day with things that make you more happy, things that are life-giving, more than the time that it takes, that the things that take life from you, you are going to be even more productive. You're going to be even more productive because you're enjoying majority of your day. See, this is where things get very difficult, is that people want to be happy, but they don't know how to be happy if they are always in this moment of struggle or things that are just constantly taking life. It's because they're filling their days with things that take life rather than give life. So this is another thing that this calendar does, is it allows you to identify whether things take life or give life. And you have to fill your day with things that give life rather than take life. There's one last thing that I wanted to talk with you about, and that is the cold, hard truth to all of this, is that if going through this video and you have heard these things, and if all of it feels like too much work, then you are not mentally ready to take the step to be more productive in your day. You're just not mentally there yet, and that's okay. What I would suggest to you, if you're in that space, if all of this feels just like too much, what I would suggest that you do is that you start to slowly identify, do this like by a day, do a day, and try to process and work through this on how you can be more productive and things that, and put more things in your life that give life rather than take life. If you're able to do that and you go through a whole month of this, I promise you're going to be more productive. I promise you that you're going to enjoy what you're producing more. And that's when you're going to make the best content if you're a content creator, or that you're going to be the best employee. If job is your primary focus, if your family is your primary focus, I promise you're going to be a better husband. You're going to be you're going to be a better spouse. You're going to be a better parent to your kids. That's just the reality behind it. And so I just want to encourage all of you that you can do it. It might not feel like it today, but maybe rewatch this video tomorrow and see if you're ready to make those steps to be more productive. You did it! You made it to the end of the video. I hope this video has been really helpful for you. I know that this methodology has been monumental for me and my life and in my family's life. It's been great. So please let me know in the comments section down below if this helped you at all. Hopefully it has. Don't forget to hit that like button. And you can follow me on my social media over there at Twitter or Instagram. Bearded Beer Time, one word. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon. Cheers.